Aha! This is Labords, and these are the paints you need. I'm going to cover the whole body of the bird with an airbrush. My general approach when painting wings or any other subject really is to start with the darkest layer. This bird has some interesting transitions over his feathers, and I think it's also an interesting subject how to deal with different colored airbrush gradients and how to work on them with a brush regarding the highlights and textures. Painting wings was one of the challenges that gave me a hard time. We have these very big surfaces that acts more like a background for our character, and wings never really the main focus when we are painting minis, but to make them somewhat interesting and not treat them as a backdrop can be challenging when we want to be done with them relatively fast, but don't feel like it was a half-assed attempt to make them stand out, you know. It's really hard to find a balance to, you know, not spending 6 hours or something. That is not really our main focus, and in this video I'll be focusing on a more balanced approach that is more about textures and patterns. Creating gradients on wings can be tricky, because a pattern needs to be believable. Wings can have a lot of interesting patterns, but you can find a lot of examples if you look at birds and how their gradients look on their feathers. In this case, I'm using the Zombicide card as reference because this bird is now back at its owner since I painted it for a commission, so I don't really need to figure out the pattern, but I do need to figure out how to apply my highlights, because 2D illustration could be very, very helpful. But we need to make this work in 3D, since we have a small sculpt in our hand. To create these gradients, an airbrush is very helpful too, although you can create these with a brush as well, but obviously it's a much slower process. It doesn't really matter what color you use, but I find it easier for myself to start with the darkest layer and work your way up with the highlights. The colors doesn't really matter in your gradient either, as long as the value steps between them are not extremely steep. Like if you like to do a black and white gradient, don't start with white, but try a stone gray or a neutral gray as a base, and then the gradient will feel more organic if you do that once you highlight it with white or an off-white. When you create the gradients, you also need to think about the pattern as I mentioned previously. It doesn't really matter what the pattern is. Some lighter color on the top half of the wing, some darker on the bottom, or the reverse, or spots, or tiger stripes, or you paint Granny's butt cheek on it, but you need to make sure it's super consistent. As you can see, even with the airbrush, you can separate the different tones very easily. I apply small bursts of paint from the airbrush and increase the distance between the airbrush and the mini to quickly create these gradients. Wait for your layers to dry to prevent webbing or dripping. This is very important. Now that we have our base with some organic looking gradients, we switch to a brush. I pick out the feathers one by one to bring out some details. On the upper half of each feather, I cover almost entirely the surface and I try to pick out smaller areas on the lower half. This way I'm basically blending with the volumes and not with different consistencies. This process is quite fast, but I try to go only as far as the whole red parts, where the brown and red sections meet. With this approach, we are not blending with smooth gradients, but with texture over the feathers. One wing took about 10 minutes, the inside and the outside as well, so both wings are like 20 minutes. I'm not talking about this color, I'm talking about highlighting the whole bird. So painting just the feathers and the wings and the wings on the back took about less than an hour, which a miniature at this scale, I don't think that's a very, very bad time. After that, I go to the whole red parts with Tasgor fur. This is a reddish brown paint, which will create a nice gap between the previous bone color and the reds on the lower half of the wings. The method is all the same, so I use a base layer consistency again and pick out the same parts of the feathers. This way the feathers will have a more consistent pattern. And I like to emphasize that adding a pattern or a certain texture to your subject kinda cheats away the blending. Patterns always create an interesting part of your painting subject, and you don't need super high contrast gradients over each feather or think about a piece of cloth on a mini. It's nice to have smooth gradients like Granny's butt cheek, don't get me wrong, but there is nothing wrong with skipping the blending altogether on certain parts and replace them with patterns and textures. And if you think about it, we do blend, but not with glazing or with wet blending or layering. Also, let's not forget about the base tones are blended since we used an airbrush. Continue the process with White Rider Red on the red feathers. These feathers are larger, so I'm not covering their top half entirely. This way I can accentuate the feather texture a bit. Since I have more space, I can be a little bit more random with my highlight patterns. If you think about it, feathers consist of small hairs really, so we are picking out those hairs as they create a surface for their wings. And the direction of these hairs are very important to be followed with our brush strokes. Lastly, I go back on the top part of the feathers to slightly push the contrast on them. Since I covered the top half surface previously, now I can pick out smaller sections to make them a bit more interesting and adding a little bit of contrast to it. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and thank you for watching. A huge thanks to my supporters on Patreon, and if you are interested in PDF guides and some exclusive video content for Videt or other board games and over 100 other PDF guides, please consider joining my Patreon page. The link is in the video description. And a special shout out goes to Cold-Blooded Dom, Trying to Paint Minis, Jonathan Mosner, Glitchy McCrash, Michael Kerr, Penoman45, Remlo, and Camila Magic. I hope your day will be as smooth as a granny's butt cheek.